Are you interested in diversity, equity and inclusion? Would you like to know what you could do to create a more inclusive workplace for both your male and female colleagues? If yes, then I have a book that may interest you. Lean in. What I'm going to do today is I'll briefly review the book, invite you to read it, and hopefully one day we'll be able to discuss it together. In 2003, Columbia Business School professor Frank Flynn and New York City University professor Cameron Anderson ran an experiment to test perceptions of men and women in the workplace. As part of the experiment, the students were given a case study about a real-life entrepreneur. They were asked to assess the entrepreneur's competence as well as their likability. The story they read belonged to a real-life entrepreneur, Heidi Roizen. Here's the catch. Half of the students were told that they were reading the story of Heidi. The other half was reading the same story, but they thought it belonged to a man called Howard. Both groups rated Heidi and Howard as competent. The group reading about Howard thought that he would be a great colleague. Heidi, on the other hand, was described as not the type of person you would want to hire or work for. So, where does lean in fit on my scale? I'd give it a 2. In her book, Sheryl Sandberg shares some of her reflections. Her reflections are connected to research and some of the experiences she's had in the past, which makes it a relatively easy read. In fact, I've read the book during my holiday, hence a different background. Now, when I say that the book is an easy read, I don't mean that the topics are easy. Quite the opposite. Parts of the book are about being discriminated against, so you may need some time between the chapters just to process the information, reflect, think, what would I do in that situation? How do I feel about these topics?